Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Nature channel. Tonight, you don't need to travel anywhere far. You don't need to imagine forests, oceans, or distant stars. Tonight, the journey happens inside you. Take a slow breath in and let it fall out gently. This story is about your amazing human body, not as a machine, not as a list of parts, but as something quietly intelligent, endlessly patient, and deeply kind to you. As you listen, let your shoulders soften, let your jaw relax, let your breathing find its own rhythm. Nothing needs to be fixed, nothing needs to be improved. Your body already knows what to do. Somewhere beneath your skin, trillions of tiny lives are moving softly, not rushing, not struggling, just doing their work, one small moment at a time. Right now, cells are repairing little imperfections you never noticed. Tiny cracks in proteins, minute wear from the day. They mend quietly, like careful hands smoothing fabric in the dark. Your skin, even as you rest, is slowly renewing itself. Old cells loosening their grip, new ones rising gently to take their place. You are, in a very real way, becoming new while lying still. Your body doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't need instructions. It simply continues, patient and precise. Your heart is nearby. You don't have to think about it. You never had to learn how to use it. It has been beating since before you had memories, before language, before names for things. When you rest, your heart listens. It softens its rhythm. It spaces its beats more generously. Each pulse is a quiet agreement between strength and ease. Push, then rest. Move, then release. Your heart does not hurry the night. It knows there is time. Your breathing is happening now, even if you forget it completely. Air enters, air leaves. The muscles that guide your breath work without noise, without effort, without complaint. As you settle, your breath naturally deepens, not because you force it, but because your body recognizes safety. With every slow exhale, signals ripple through your nerves, messages saying, "It's all right now, you can let go." Your breath becomes a soft tide, rolling in and out, never asking you to manage the waves. Inside your chest, oxygen drifts quietly into your blood. Not dramatically, not urgently. It is carried where it's needed, to muscles resting, to organs humming gently, to cells continuing their quiet repair. Even in stillness, there is movement. Even in silence, there is work being done for you. Your brain has not gone dark. It has simply changed its task. Thoughts loosen their grip. Sharp edges soften. Unfinished moments from the day are gently set aside. Deep inside, your brain begins to sort, not with words, but with patterns and feelings. Memories that matter settle into place. Unimportant noise fades like echoes down a long hallway. It is less like thinking and more like tidying. A careful rearranging, a gentle clearing. Some of your emotions are being softened now, not erased, just eased. Your body remembers calm. It stores it like warmth. Moments of kindness you've experienced, even small ones, leave traces. A calm voice, a warm light, a quiet moment alone. Your nervous system learns these moments, and it knows how to return to them. Beneath everything, fluids flow, blood, water, tiny electrical signals flickering like soft starlight. You are less solid than you seem, more like a slow living river. Signals travel along nerves, not as commands, but as gentle suggestions. Slow down, rest here, stay warm. Your body understands comfort immediately. It doesn't analyze it, it responds. Your temperature lowers slightly now, just enough. This cooling is not a flaw, it is an invitation. Muscles release their tension, hands grow heavier, Your face smooths without effort. Your body knows that night is not for vigilance, it is for restoration. Even parts of you that feel forgotten are cared for. Your bones renew themselves quietly. Your immune system checks its long list, calmly and patiently. Your organs adjust their pace, working together without argument. No part works alone. No part demands attention. Everything cooperates. There is something deeply reassuring about this. You don't have to manage your body. You never did. It has always been on your side. Even now, as you listen, it continues its gentle work, repairing, balancing, remembering how to rest. You may notice a heaviness spreading, a comfortable weight, as if gravity itself has grown kinder. Let it happen. Your body knows how to carry you into sleep. It has done this thousands of times before. Nothing is required of you now. Just stay here, floating in this quiet partnership between you and the body that has always been home. And as the night deepens, your body will continue, patient, loyal, and wise, guiding you gently toward rest. The night continues quietly. Your body has not stopped its work. It has simply moved deeper into it. As the world outside grows still, your inner world becomes even more attentive. Somewhere along your spine, your nervous system is gently shifting gears. During the day, it stays alert, ready, responsive. But now, it leans back, signals slow, muscles receive softer messages, the background hum of urgency fades. Your body recognizes the language of night. Lower light, less sound, longer pauses between breaths. This is the signal it has been waiting for. Tiny fibers in your muscles begin to lengthen, not stretching, just releasing. You might feel it in your shoulders first, or in your jaw, or behind your eyes. Places that worked quietly all day are finally allowed to rest. Muscles don't simply turn off. They soften in stages like fabric loosening after being folded too tightly. Inside your blood, chemistry shifts. Stress signals dissolve. Calming messengers increase. Nothing dramatic happens. No switch flips. It is more like dusk becoming night. So gradual you don't notice the exact moment. Your body prefers smooth transitions, and it is very good at creating them. Your digestion slows now, peacefully. The urgency of processing fades. Your body is wise about timing. It knows when to work and when to wait. Energy is redirected toward repair, toward balance. Even your gut, often busy and loud, moves more quietly now. Your immune system continues its gentle patrol, not anxious, not aggressive. It checks, recognizes, remembers. Cells that don't belong are noted. Cells that are tired are replaced. This is not a battle. It is maintenance. Like a caretaker walking familiar halls at night, making sure everything remains in order. Inside your brain, deeper rhythms emerge. Slower waves begin to roll through, wide and steady. These rhythms are ancient, older than language, older than memory. They are the rhythms of mammals resting safely. When these waves arrive, your body understands something important. You are not in danger. You are held. Your senses soften. Hearing becomes less sharp. Sight turns inward. Touch becomes vague and warm. The edges of the world blur gently, as if wrapped in soft fabric. Your brain no longer needs detailed information. It only keeps what is essential: comfort, temperature, breath. Your hands may feel heavier now, your legs less defined. This is not weakness, it is efficiency. Your body conserves energy by letting go of precision. It no longer needs to track every inch of itself. It trusts the surface beneath you. It trusts gravity. It trusts the night. Somewhere inside, memories drift, not as stories, not as images, but as feelings, a sense of familiarity, a vague warmth, a quiet recognition. Your brain is weaving today into the larger fabric of you, keeping what matters, letting the rest dissolve. Nothing is lost that needs to stay. Your heart continues its patient rhythm, never rushing, never stopping. Each beat is slightly softer now, slightly slower. It listens to your breathing, adjusts gently. Your heart and lungs have known each other forever. They move together without words. Your body temperature continues to lower just a little more. This small change is powerful. It tells every system it is time. Sleep is not something you fall into. It is something your body opens, and it opens slowly. Even your sense of time begins to soften. Minutes stretch. Moments lose their edges. Your body does not measure time the way clocks do. It measures safety. And right now, safety feels abundant. If thoughts appear, they are lighter now. They don't insist. They don't pull. They drift past like clouds, noticed, then gone. Your brain is no longer interested in solving. It is interested in resting. Every system inside you is cooperating, not because it was told to, but because this is what it evolved to do, night after night, year after year. Your body has carried you here before. It knows the way. You don't need to follow anything. You don't need to listen closely. Just allow this gentle unfolding to continue. Your body is already guiding you deeper into stillness, deeper into rest, deeper into the quiet place where effort fades and sleep begins to take you softly by the hand. The night grows even softer now. Your body has moved past preparation and into trust. Nothing inside you is rushing anymore. Everything has agreed to slow down together. Deep within your cells, tiny clocks adjust their pace. Some speed up their repair work. Others rest completely. This balance is natural. It has been practiced every night of your life. Your body knows which systems should stay alert and which ones can drift. Inside your brain, communication changes tone. Messages become shorter, quieter, more musical than verbal. Instead of sharp signals, there are waves, wide rolling movements of activity that rise and fall like gentle hills. These waves don't push, they carry. They invite your mind to loosen its grip on the edges of things. Your sense of self begins to soften, not disappearing, just becoming less defined. You don't need to know exactly where your arms end or where the room begins. Your body understands the space around you without mapping it precisely. This saves energy. This creates rest. Somewhere deep in your chest, your vagus nerve, a long wandering pathway, is sending calm through your system. It touches your heart, your lungs, your stomach. Everywhere it goes, it leaves a message behind. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. Your body responds immediately. It always does. Blood pressure eases. Muscles soften further. Breathing becomes slower and more regular. Each breath now feels less like an action and more like a background motion. Something that happens without effort, without intention. Your face relaxes completely. The small muscles around your eyes release. Your tongue rests comfortably. Your brow smooths. These changes may seem tiny, but they are powerful. They tell your nervous system that vigilance is no longer required. Inside your body, fluids redistribute gently. Blood flows a little more toward your core. Hands and feet grow warmer or heavier. This is not random. It is part of the descent into sleep. Your body gathers itself inward like a quiet animal curling up for the night. Memory processing deepens now. not memories with sharp edges, but emotional tones. Your brain keeps the feeling of the day and lets go of unnecessary detail. This is why sleep makes things feel lighter by morning. The weight of experience is adjusted, balanced, softened. Your body also releases small pulses of growth and repair signals. They drift through your bloodstream, quietly instructing tissues to restore themselves. Skin strengthens, muscles recover, bones renew their structure. All of this happens without sensation, without noise. Healing does not announce itself. It simply continues. Your awareness may now feel like it is floating, not moving anywhere, just suspended. There is no urgency to think, no pressure to listen. Words can pass by without being held. Your mind is learning how to rest by watching your body rest. Your heartbeat remains steady. It does not demand attention. It does not change suddenly. It has found a rhythm that feels right for the night, a rhythm that could continue for hours without interruption. Your breathing becomes shallower now, but slower. Each inhale is just enough. Each exhale releases a little more tension. Your body has no interest in excess. It only takes what it needs. You may feel moments where you are not quite awake, not quite asleep. This is a gentle place, a doorway. Your body often pauses here, making sure everything is aligned. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. Your muscles no longer resist gravity. They accept it. The surface beneath you feels supportive, reliable, present. Your body trusts it completely. Thoughts, if they appear at all, are distant. They feel less personal, less important, like sounds heard from another room. You don't need to respond to them. Inside you, coordination continues quietly. Heart and lungs, brain and nerves, cells and chemistry. Everything is communicating in whispers. This is not silence, it is harmony. Your body has entered a deeper layer of night, a place it recognizes instinctively. You don't need to follow it there. It will carry you on its own. And as this gentle process continues, your body keeps doing what it has always done best, guiding you patiently and kindly into deeper rest where effort dissolves, and sleep becomes something you no longer try to reach, but simply allow to arrive. The night continues to cradle you gently, and your body settles even deeper into its natural rhythm of rest. Awareness softens further now, like a light slowly dimming without ever going completely out. You are still here, but you no longer need to hold yourself together so tightly. The shape of your body feels less defined, more like a warm presence than a collection of separate parts. Your arms rest where they are, your legs lie heavy and calm, and your chest rises and falls in a slow, unhurried pattern that feels perfectly natural. Inside your brain, activity has shifted into long, rolling waves. These waves move calmly, carrying information without words or images. They feel ancient, familiar, as if they have always known how to guide you into this state. Your mind no longer tries to understand or organize. It simply follows the rhythm, allowing itself to be carried along. Any remaining thoughts lose their urgency. They drift by softly, like distant lights seen through fog, present for a moment and then gone. Your body temperature remains slightly lower now, and this gentle coolness feels comforting rather than cold. It wraps around you like a light blanket, signaling that everything is as it should be. Blood flows smoothly, evenly, without haste. Each cell receives exactly what it needs, no more and no less. There is a quiet intelligence in this balance, a sense that nothing is wasted and nothing is missing. Your muscles are deeply relaxed, no longer holding even the smallest unnecessary tension. The tiny fibers that worked all day have been given permission to rest completely. They soften and lengthen, releasing their grip on effort. Even the muscles of your face remain loose and peaceful, your expression neutral and calm. If someone were to look at you now, they would see the unmistakable signs of true rest. Breathing continues on its own, light and steady. Each inhale arrives gently. Each exhale leaves without resistance. There is no pause where the breath feels missing, no moment where it feels forced. It flows as naturally as water moving through a quiet channel. With every breath out, your body lets go a little more, sinking further into the surface beneath you. Deep inside, systems that protect and restore you are fully at work. Your immune system moves calmly through familiar pathways, recognizing what belongs and what does not. Repair signals travel softly through your body, guiding cells to replace, renew, and strengthen. None of this creates sensation. None of it asks for awareness. It happens in silence, guided by patterns older than memory. Your heart continues its steady rhythm, each beat gentle and assured. It does not need to speed up or slow down now. It has found a pace that feels right for the night, a rhythm that could carry you effortlessly through hours of sleep. The communication between your heart and your breath is seamless, like two old friends who no longer need to speak. Time itself begins to feel less meaningful. Moments stretch and blend together. There is no need to know how long you have been resting or how long you will continue. Your body does not count minutes. It responds only to signals of safety and comfort, and those signals are abundant now. The night feels wide and patient, with nothing demanding your presence. Your senses continue to turn inward. Sounds from outside, if they reach you at all, feel distant and unimportant. Your mind no longer tries to identify or interpret them. Touch becomes vague and warm, a general sense of being supported rather than specific points of contact. Sight has faded entirely, replaced by a soft inner darkness that feels calm and familiar. At this depth of rest, even the idea of effort feels far away. You're not trying to sleep. You're not guiding yourself anywhere. Your body has taken over completely, doing what it has always known how to do. It is carrying you forward gently, step by step, breath by breath, into deeper and deeper stillness. There is a profound kindness in this process. Your body does not rush you. It does not demand perfection or control. It simply continues, steady and reliable, adjusting and supporting you in countless tiny ways. This partnership between you and your body has existed for as long as you have lived, and it does not require attention or gratitude to function. It simply is. As the night deepens, the boundary between listening and resting grows thinner. Words may begin to feel less clear, less necessary. That is perfectly fine. Your body understands this stage well. It knows how to guide you beyond it, into a place where awareness softens completely and rest becomes effortless. You do not need to follow anything now. You do not need to remember what was said or what comes next. Your body is already leading you patiently and gently into the quiet space where sleep takes over on its own, and you are free to let go completely. The darkness grows thicker, like a soft cloud drifting slowly around you, muffling every sharp edge of awareness. Your body sinks even further into itself, as if gravity has learned how to be gentle. There is a sense of being held, not by hands, but by something wider and quieter. The surface beneath you no longer feels separate from you. It feels like part of the same calm presence, steady and unmoving. Your thoughts have almost completely lost their shape now. They do not arrive as ideas or worries. They appear, if at all, as faint impressions, and then fade before they can form. The mind no longer tries to follow them. It has stopped reaching outward. It has turned inward toward a place where nothing needs to be named. Inside your brain, the slowest rhythms dominate. Long, heavy waves roll through, deep and even, like the movement of a vast, dark sea at night. These waves carry no messages you need to understand. They are simply signals of rest spreading through every layer of your awareness. With each wave, consciousness loosens a little more, becoming softer, heavier, quieter. Your breathing is now so gentle it barely seems to move you. Air slips in without effort and leaves just as easily. There is no sense of beginning or ending, only a continuous, calm flow. Your chest rises and falls almost imperceptibly, and your body takes exactly what it needs, nothing more. Each breath feels like a quiet agreement between your body and the night. Your heart continues its steady work, deep and slow. The space between each beat feels wide and peaceful. There is no urgency in it, no tension. Each beat lands softly, then rests. The rhythm feels ancient, reassuring, as if it has always existed in this calm darkness. Warmth spreads through your core, even as the outer edges of your body feel heavy and distant. Hands and feet may feel far away now, less defined, as if they belong to someone else or to the night itself. Sensation fades not suddenly, but gradually, like lights dimming one by one in an empty house. Inside you, the quiet work of repair continues uninterrupted. Cells replace themselves. Tissues restore their balance. Tiny systems communicate in whispers, coordinating without sound. There is no strain in this process. It unfolds smoothly, guided by patterns so familiar they require no awareness at all. Your sense of time dissolves further. There is no past moment to hold on to, no future moment to anticipate. There is only this deep, heavy now, a now that does not move forward, but simply exists. The body understands this timelessness well. It feels natural here. Even the feeling of listening begins to fade. Words lose their weight. Sounds, if they reach you, pass straight through without leaving a trace. Your mind no longer reaches for meaning. It rests in sensation alone. And even sensation is becoming softer, more distant. You are not drifting downward anymore. You are resting in place, suspended in a dense, quiet stillness. Effort has completely disappeared. There is nothing to do, nothing to follow, nothing to hold. Your body has taken full control, guiding you with a confidence that feels absolute. This darkness is not empty. It is full of calm. It is thick with rest. It surrounds you gently, sealing you off from sharpness, from thought, from the need to be aware. Your body recognizes this depth and relaxes into it completely. And as this dense quiet continues to deepen, awareness thins even more, until there is almost nothing left to notice at all. Only the steady rhythm of life itself remains, carrying you silently and effortlessly into the deepest, safest rest, where sleep no longer feels like something that happens, but simply the natural state of being. The night has now become very deep, and your body is resting in a way that feels instinctive and complete. There is no longer a sense of moving towards sleep. You are already inside it, wrapped in a quiet that feels thick and protective, like a soft cloud that holds everything together. Awareness has thinned to something light and distant, no longer focused on details, no longer interested in holding shape or form. Your body feels far away from effort. Even the idea of control has dissolved. Muscles remain loose and heavy, fully surrendered to stillness. There is no tension left to release because nothing is being held anymore. The surface beneath you feels steady and dependable, as if it has always been there, quietly supporting you without asking for recognition. Inside your brain, the slowest rhythms continue their gentle motion. These deep waves move steadily, rising and falling with no urgency. They do not carry thoughts or images, they carry rest. They smooth the edges of awareness until there is nothing sharp left to notice. Consciousness no longer needs to stay alert. It can drift, unobserved, carried by these deep internal tides. Breathing remains soft and almost invisible. Air moves in and out with such ease that it feels more like a background presence than an action. There is no sense of beginning or ending to each breath, only a calm continuity. Your body takes what it needs automatically, guided by systems that know this state well. Your heart continues its patient rhythm, deep and unhurried. Each beat arrives gently and leaves a wide space of quiet behind it. That space feels important. It is full of calm, full of safety. The rhythm is steady enough that it no longer draws attention. It simply exists, reliable and constant, like a distant lighthouse barely visible through the night. Sensations continue to fade. The boundaries of your body feel less distinct now. Hands, feet, and limbs feel heavy and far away, as if they are dissolving into the darkness around you. There is no discomfort in this fading. It feels natural, like slipping into warm water and no longer feeling where your body ends and the water begins. Inside you, restoration continues in silence. Cells repair themselves. Energy is redistributed. Systems coordinate smoothly without interruption. There is no effort in this work. It unfolds gently, guided by patterns older than thought. Healing does not need awareness. It does not need intention. It happens because this is what the body is designed to do. Time has almost completely lost meaning now. There is no sense of waiting, no sense of passing minutes. The present moment stretches wide and calm, without edges. Your body understands this timeless space. It recognizes it as familiar, as safe, as a natural environment of deep rest. Even the feeling of listening begins to disappear. Words soften and lose their shape before they can fully register. Sounds pass through without leaving an impression. Awareness is no longer anchored to the outside world. It floats gently inward toward a place that is quiet and unchanging. There is no need to remember anything, no need to follow the story. Your body has taken over completely, guiding you deeper with absolute confidence. It does not rush. It does not hesitate. It knows exactly where to go. In this deep stillness, nothing is required of you. There is only the slow, steady rhythm of life continuing on its own, carrying you further into rest. Awareness grows thinner with each moment until it feels almost transparent, like mist dissolving into the night air. And as this part of the night settles fully around you, your body remains calm, loyal, and watchful in the background, allowing you to sink even deeper, where thought no longer reaches, where effort no longer exists, and where sleep becomes the most natural state you know. The night has now reached a depth where the world feels very far away, and your body is fully immersed in its own quiet intelligence. Awareness no longer tries to stay present. It drifts naturally, like a feather settling into still air. There is no effort in this drifting, no intention behind it. It happens because this is what the body does when it knows it is safe. Inside you, the deepest systems have taken the lead. These systems do not think in words or images. They work through rhythms, chemistry, and timing. They speak a language made of pulses, flows, and balance. You do not hear this language, but you are held by it completely. Your muscles are now in a state of true rest. Not the shallow rest of a pause, but the deep rest that allows recovery. Tiny fibers that contracted and released throughout the day are now fully softened. They lengthen gently, releasing even the memory of effort. There is no resistance left. Gravity is accepted without question, and your body feels heavy in the most comforting way, as if being held close to the earth itself. Your breathing has become so subtle that it almost disappears from awareness. Each breath is small, quiet, perfectly measured. The body takes in only what it needs and gives back just as gently. There is no rush, no holding, no pushing. Breathing has returned to its simplest form, guided entirely by instinct. It feels ancient, as if this rhythm existed long before you did. Your heart continues its calm, steady work. The space between beats is wide now, filled with silence. Each beat arrives softly, does its work, and then rests again. There is no strain in it, no urgency. The heart has found the pace that belongs to the deepest part of the night, a pace that supports restoration and peace. Blood flows smoothly through familiar pathways, redistributing itself in a way that favors repair. Warmth gathers around your core, protecting vital organs, while your limbs remain heavy and distant. Sensation in your hands and feet may feel muted now, as if they are wrapped in soft layers of night. This fading of sensation is not loss, it is conservation. Your body no longer needs detailed feedback from the edges. Deep within your brain, slow waves dominate almost completely. These waves are broad and powerful, yet gentle. They move like the tide of a dark ocean, steady and inevitable. With each wave, awareness sinks further. Thoughts cannot survive here. They dissolve before they can form. Memory, imagination, and identity loosen their hold, becoming less defined, less important. Your brain is now focused on maintenance rather than experience. It clears metabolic byproducts, balances chemicals, and strengthens connections that matter. Information gathered during the day is sorted quietly. What is useful is integrated. What is unnecessary fades. This process does not feel like thinking. It feels like clearing space, like smoothing a surface until it is even again. Your immune system continues its calm vigilance. Cells move through tissues, checking, recognizing, remembering. This is not a battle. It is a quiet patrol, confident and precise. The immune system is most effective in this state of deep rest, when stress signals are low and energy is abundant. Protection and repair work best when the body is calm. Hormones that support growth and restoration are released in gentle pulses. They travel through your bloodstream, delivering instructions to repair, rebuild, and strengthen. Skin renews itself. Muscles recover. Bones quietly reinforce their structure. Even at the smallest level, life is being renewed. None of this requires awareness. It happens because the night allows it. Your digestive system has slowed almost completely. There is no urgency to process or move. Energy is saved and redirected. The body understands that now is not a time for action, but for recovery. This slowing creates a sense of deep internal quiet, a stillness that feels wide and stable. Your sense of time has dissolved further. There is no sequence of moments anymore. There is only a continuous, unbroken now. This timelessness feels natural here. The body does not measure hours or minutes. It measures balance. And right now, balance has been found. The boundary between listening and sleeping is now extremely thin. Words may reach you, but they no longer anchor themselves. They pass through softly, like sounds heard underwater. Meaning is no longer important. Tone, rhythm, and softness are all that remain. Your mind does not need to follow. It can rest completely. Your body is now fully in control, guiding itself with absolute confidence. It does not hesitate or question. It moves through familiar stages with ease, each one flowing naturally into the next. This process has been repeated thousands of times across your life, and it has never failed you. There is a deep sense of reliability in this. Your body has always known how to take you here. Even on nights when your mind resisted, your body waited patiently. It never forgot the path. It never lost the rhythm. It simply continued, night after night, carrying you into rest whenever it could. In this deep stage of the night, awareness becomes almost transparent. You're still here, but you're no longer observing yourself. There is no need to witness or remember. Rest does not require an audience. It unfolds perfectly well on its own. Your body remains calm, steady, and watchful beneath the surface of sleep. It will continue its quiet work for hours, repairing, balancing, and protecting you. You do not need to assist it. You do not need to understand it. Trust is enough. And as this deep night work continues, you are carried even further from effort and thought, sinking gently into a state where nothing is demanded, nothing is expected, and everything is allowed to rest exactly as it is. The night has settled into its deepest calm, and your body now rests in a place that feels steady and unchanging. This is the quiet center of the night, where nothing shifts suddenly and nothing asks to be noticed. Awareness has thinned to something almost weightless, like a faint glow behind closed eyes. You are still present, but you are no longer watching yourself rest. Rest is simply happening. Your body feels unified now, no longer experienced as separate parts. Arms, legs, chest, and back blend into a single, gentle sense of being. There is no sharp boundary between you and the space around you. The surface beneath you feels less like an object and more like a continuation of this calm, supporting you without effort. Gravity presses softly, evenly, with no resistance from your muscles at all. Breathing continues in its smallest, quietest form. Air moves in and out without sound, without pause, without intention. The breath feels distant, as if it belongs to the night itself rather than to you. Each inhale arrives naturally. Each exhale dissolves without trace. There is no need to follow it. Your body has taken complete responsibility for this rhythm. Your heart remains slow and steady, working in harmony with everything else. The space between beats is wide and peaceful, filled with silence. Each beat feels less like a sensation and more like a background presence, something reliable and constant that does not require attention. The heart has settled into a rhythm that supports deep restoration, and it will hold this rhythm for as long as it is needed. Inside your brain, deep waves continue to roll through, smoothing awareness further with each pass. These waves are not dramatic. They are gentle and heavy, like the slow movement of deep water far below the surface. In this state, the brain is no longer concerned with experience. It is focused entirely on balance, repair, and integration. Conscious thought cannot form here. It simply dissolves before it begins. Chemical signals shift quietly. Substances that encourage rest and recovery circulate freely, while signals associated with alertness remain low and distant. This internal environment feels thick with calm. It supports healing, memory integration, and emotional softening. The body recognizes this state as ideal, and it settles into it fully. Your muscles are completely relaxed now, not even holding the subtle tension that comes with shallow rest. They feel heavy, warm, and distant. The idea of movement feels unnecessary, even strange. There is no impulse to adjust or shift. Your body has found a position that feels right, and it remains there without effort. Sensation continues to fade from the outer edges of your body. Hands and feet feel far away, almost abstract. Touch has softened into a general sense of warmth and pressure rather than specific points of contact. This fading is gentle and reassuring. It tells your nervous system that there is no need to monitor the environment closely. Everything important is already taken care of. Deep inside, repair continues steadily. Cells replace themselves. Tissues rebuild. Energy stores are replenished. Even your bones participate in this quiet renewal, strengthening their structure without sensation. Your immune system continues its calm patrol, confident and precise, supported by the deep rest you are in now. Your sense of identity has softened as well. You are no longer focused on who you are or what you did during the day. Names, roles, and responsibilities have drifted out of reach. They are not gone forever. They are simply resting too. For now, there is only the feeling of being calm and undisturbed. Time no longer moves in a way that can be tracked. There is no sense of progression, no sense of waiting. The present moment feels wide and still, like a lake without ripples. Your body understands this timelessness. It feels natural here, as if this is where time itself pauses to rest. Sounds from the outside world, if they appear at all, feel distant and unimportant. They do not carry meaning or demand attention. They pass through softly, like wind moving through a closed room. Your senses are turned inward now, focused only on maintaining this deep state of calm. At this depth, even the idea of listening begins to fade. Words lose their clarity and their weight. They may still reach you, but they do not anchor themselves. They slide past gently, leaving no trace. Your mind no longer tries to hold on to them. It rests alongside your body. There is a profound sense of trust here. Your body trusts the night. Your nervous system trusts the environment. Every system trusts the others to do their work. This trust allows everything to slow to its most efficient, restorative pace. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is rushed. You do not need to guide yourself any further. You do not need to remember anything that is said. Your body is fully in charge now, moving through this deep stage of sleep with quiet confidence. It has been here many times before, and it knows exactly how long to stay. As this calm continues, awareness becomes thinner still, like mist dissolving into cool air. There is almost nothing left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the steady rhythm of life remains, unfolding on its own. Your body will continue this deep, restorative work for hours, protecting you, repairing you, and carrying you gently through the rest of the night. And you are free to sink even deeper into this quiet center, where effort has disappeared completely and rest has become your natural state. The night has moved into a place where awareness is no longer necessary, and your body rests as if it has always belonged here. This is a depth where nothing calls for attention, where even the idea of rest feels distant, because rest is no longer something happening to you. It is simply the state you're in. Your body feels suspended in stillness, supported on all sides by quiet. There is no sense of effort in holding yourself together. Every part of you has released responsibility, trusting the deeper systems that continue their work without interruption. You are no longer aware of posture or position. There is only a gentle sense of being held, steady and unmoving. Breathing continues in the background, so soft it feels more imagined than real. Each breath blends into the next without clear edges. There is no noticeable pause between inhaling and exhaling, only a smooth, continuous flow. Your body does not need to be reminded how to breathe here. This rhythm is deeply ingrained, older than thought, older than memory. Your heart maintains its calm, even rhythm, beating quietly in the center of this stillness. The sound of it, if it could be heard, would feel distant and reassuring, like something happening far away, but always present. Each beat arrives, does its work, and fades back into silence, leaving behind a wide, peaceful space. Inside your brain, activity has reached its slowest and most stable pattern. Deep waves roll through with steady confidence, smoothing awareness until there is almost nothing left to notice. These waves do not carry images or ideas. They carry rest. They allow the brain to reset itself, to clear what is no longer needed, and reinforce what is essential. Your nervous system is fully settled now. Signals that once kept you alert and responsive have quieted almost completely. What remains is a deep, steady sense of safety. This feeling does not come from thought or reassurance. It comes from the body recognizing that it is free to rest without interruption. Muscles throughout your body remain deeply relaxed. There is no trace of the tension that once held them ready for movement. Even the smallest stabilizing muscles have softened completely. The idea of moving feels unnecessary and distant, as if it belongs to another time entirely. Your body is perfectly content to remain still. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded almost entirely. Hands, feet, and limbs no longer send detailed information to the brain. Touch has become a general warmth, a vague sense of contact rather than specific points. This reduction in sensation feels natural and safe, allowing your awareness to sink inward without distraction. Deep within you, restoration continues with quiet precision. Cells divide and replace themselves. Tissues repair tiny imperfections. Energy is redistributed carefully, ensuring that every system has what it needs. Your body uses this deep stillness efficiently, turning rest into renewal without noise or effort. Hormonal rhythms remain steady and supportive. Signals that encourage repair, growth, and balance move gently through your bloodstream. They do not announce themselves. They simply arrive where they are needed, delivering quiet instructions that are followed without question. This is the body at its most cooperative, its most efficient. Your immune system remains calm and watchful, moving slowly through familiar pathways. There is no urgency in its work. It recognizes what belongs and what does not with quiet confidence. Deep rest strengthens this system, giving it the space and energy it needs to protect you effectively. Your sense of self has softened almost completely. There is no clear boundary between you and the night anymore. Identity, memory, and story have loosened their hold. They are not gone. They are simply resting alongside everything else. For now, there is only a calm presence, free from labels or expectations. Time has lost all structure here. There is no before and no after. The present moment stretches wide and still, without edges. This timelessness feels familiar, as if you have been here many times before, even if you do not remember it. Your body recognizes this state and remains comfortable within it. Sounds from outside, if they exist at all, feel far away and unimportant. They do not register as events. They pass through awareness like distant vibrations, leaving no trace. Your senses have turned inward completely, focusing only on maintaining this deep equilibrium. Even the act of listening has faded. Words, if they reach you, feel soft and indistinct. They do not form meaning or demand attention. They are simply part of the background, blending into the overall quiet. Your mind no longer tries to follow or interpret them. There is a profound sense of ease now. Nothing is being resisted. Nothing is being held. Your body has taken full control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with steady confidence. It knows exactly what to do and how long to remain here. This is a place of pure rest, where effort has disappeared entirely. Awareness is no longer required, and nothing is expected of you. Your body continues its quiet work beneath the surface, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. As this deep stillness holds you, awareness grows thinner still, almost transparent. There is nothing left to notice, nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life continues, carrying you effortlessly through the night, deeper into rest, where sleep is no longer something you enter, but simply the state you remain in. The night has become so deep now that even the idea of depth has softened. Your body rests in a place that feels steady and complete, as if it has reached the center of something quiet and vast. There is no sense of arrival anymore, no feeling of moving forward or sinking further. Everything has settled into a calm that does not shift. Awareness is faint, like a distant glow behind closed eyes. It does not reach outward. It does not search. It simply rests, supported by the gentle intelligence of the body. You're no longer aware of listening in the usual way. Sounds, if they appear at all, feel like soft vibrations passing through a wide space. They do not interrupt. They do not linger. Your body feels whole and unified. There is no clear separation between parts, no sense of edges or boundaries. Arms and legs feel heavy and distant, almost abstract. The center of you feels warm and steady, anchored in this stillness. The surface beneath you is no longer something you think about. It feels like part of the same calm presence, holding you without effort. Breathing continues, slow and shallow, guided entirely by instinct. Each breath flows into the next, without pause or awareness. The movement of air feels less like an action and more like a quiet condition of being alive. There is no need to notice it. Your body has carried this rhythm through countless nights, and it will continue without interruption. Your heart remains calm and reliable. Its rhythm is steady, unhurried, and almost unnoticeable. Each beat creates a small ripple of life that spreads gently and then dissolves. The space between beats feels wide and peaceful, filled with silence. There is no urgency here, no signal of alarm, only continuity. Inside your brain, deep, slow waves dominate completely. These waves move evenly, with no sudden changes, no sharp peaks. They create a stable internal environment where repair and integration can continue undisturbed. Thought cannot form here. Memory does not replay. Identity does not insist on being known. Everything unnecessary has softened and drifted away. Chemical balances remain stable and supportive. Signals associated with rest and restoration circulate freely, creating an internal atmosphere that feels thick with calm. This environment allows every system to work at its most efficient pace. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is delayed. Everything unfolds according to patterns the body knows intimately. Your muscles remain deeply relaxed, not even holding the subtle tension that can linger during lighter rest. They feel warm and heavy, completely surrendered to stillness. The idea of movement feels distant and irrelevant, as if it belongs to a different state entirely. Your body has no reason to move now. It is perfectly content where it is. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded to a minimum. Touch is no longer detailed or specific. It exists only as a general sense of warmth and support. This reduction in sensation allows awareness to remain inward, undisturbed by the outside world. Your nervous system recognizes that there is nothing it needs to monitor closely. Deep within you, restoration continues with quiet precision. Cells renew themselves. Tissues repair tiny imperfections. Energy is redistributed carefully, supporting every system that needs it. Your immune system continues its calm, steady patrol, confident and efficient. Deep rest strengthens these processes, giving them the space and resources they need. Your sense of time is completely dissolved. There is no before, no after, no awareness of duration. The present moment feels wide and still, without edges. This timelessness feels natural and familiar, as if this is where time itself pauses to rest. Your body is comfortable here. It does not seek change. Even the sense of being a separate self has softened. There is no need to think of yourself as someone doing something. There is only a quiet presence, resting without definition. Roles, names, and stories have faded into the background, waiting patiently for morning. For now, they are unnecessary. If any thoughts attempt to appear, they dissolve before they can take shape. They have no weight here, no urgency. The mind no longer reaches for meaning or understanding. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep stillness. Awareness becomes thinner with each moment, like mist dissolving into cool night air. There is a profound sense of trust in this state. Your body trusts the environment. Your nervous system trusts the night. Every system trusts the others to do their work. This mutual trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and calm. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is forced. You do not need to follow the story now. You do not need to remember what has been said. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with absolute confidence. It has been here many times before, even if you do not remember it. It knows exactly how to stay. As this stillness continues, awareness becomes almost transparent. There is very little left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the quiet rhythm of life remains, steady and reliable, carrying you gently through the night. Your body will continue this deep, restorative work for as long as it needs, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. And you are free to remain here in this stillness beneath all thought, where effort has disappeared completely and rest has become your natural, effortless state. The night holds steady now, and nothing within you feels inclined to move or change. Your body has settled into a deep, stable rhythm that feels effortless and complete. There is no sense of drifting anymore, no sensation of going deeper or lighter. You are simply resting in a quiet core where everything feels balanced and calm. Awareness is faint, like a distant echo that no longer carries meaning. You are not trying to listen. You are not trying to follow. The mind has released its usual tasks and rests alongside the body, no longer reaching outward. Words may still pass by, but they do not form pictures or ideas. They are only soft sounds, blending into the stillness. Your breathing continues gently, almost imperceptible. Each breath arrives and leaves without effort, guided by patterns that require no attention. There is no need to notice the movement of your chest or the flow of air. The body takes care of this quietly, just as it has done throughout the night. Breathing feels less like an action and more like a condition of being alive. Your heart maintains its calm, steady rhythm. Each beat is soft and unhurried, separated by wide spaces of quiet. The heart does not draw attention to itself. It works faithfully in the background, supporting every system without asking to be noticed. This rhythm feels reliable and comforting, a gentle reminder that life continues smoothly even in deep stillness. Inside your brain, deep waves move slowly and evenly. They create a stable internal landscape where nothing sharp or sudden can arise. Thought has no foothold here. Memory does not replay. Imagination does not wander. The brain is focused entirely on maintenance, clearing, and balance. This state feels settled, as if the brain has reached a resting place it recognizes well. Chemical signals within you remain steady and supportive. Substances that encourage repair, calm, and restoration circulate freely. Signals associated with alertness and effort remain low and distant. This internal environment feels thick with quiet, allowing every system to work efficiently without interference. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is delayed. Your muscles remain fully relaxed, heavy, and warm. There is no trace of tension left to release. Even the smallest muscles that usually hold posture have softened completely. The idea of movement feels unnecessary and far away, as if it belongs to a different version of you. Your body is content to remain exactly as it is. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded almost entirely. Hands and feet feel distant and abstract, no longer sending detailed information to the brain. Touch exists only as a general sense of warmth and support. This reduction in sensation feels safe and natural, allowing awareness to remain inward without distraction. Deep within you, restoration continues quietly. Cells renew themselves. Tissues repair small imperfections. Energy stores are replenished carefully and evenly. Your immune system moves calmly through familiar pathways, confident and unhurried. Deep rest supports these processes, giving them the space and resources they need to function well. Your sense of time is completely absent now. There is no awareness of minutes passing or hours remaining. The present moment feels wide and still, without edges or direction. This timelessness feels comfortable, as if this is where time itself pauses to rest. Your body does not seek change here. It remains settled and calm. The sense of being a separate self has softened even further. There is no focus on identity, no awareness of roles or responsibilities. These ideas have drifted far into the background, waiting patiently for morning. For now, they are unnecessary. There is only a quiet presence, resting without definition. If any thoughts attempt to arise, they dissolve before they can take shape. They have no weight here, no urgency. The mind no longer tries to understand or interpret. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep stillness. Awareness becomes thinner with each moment, like mist gradually disappearing into cool air. There is a profound sense of ease in this state. Nothing is being resisted, nothing is being held. Every system within you trusts the others to do their work. This trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and calm. There is no conflict, no effort, no need for adjustment. Sounds from the outside world, if they appear at all, feel distant and unimportant. They do not interrupt this stillness. They pass through without leaving a trace. Your senses have turned inward completely, focused only on maintaining this deep equilibrium. You do not need to follow the story now. You do not need to remember what has been said. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with quiet confidence. It has been here many times before, even if you do not remember it. It knows exactly how to remain. As this quiet core holds steady, awareness becomes almost transparent. There is very little left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life remains, steady and reliable, carrying you softly through the night. Your body will continue this deep, restorative work for as long as it needs, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. And you are free to remain here, resting in the quiet core, where effort has disappeared completely and sleep feels like the most natural state there is. The night remains deep and unchanged, and your body rests in a state so familiar, it feels like returning home. There is no sense of progress or direction anymore. Nothing is unfolding toward something else. Everything that needed to settle has already settled, and what remains is a quiet balance that holds itself without effort. Awareness is now little more than a gentle presence. It does not look outward, and it does not look inward. It simply exists, calm and diffuse, like a soft glow that does not illuminate anything in particular. You are not watching yourself rest. You are resting. Your body feels steady and whole, no longer experienced as separate parts. There is no clear sense of where your body ends or where the night begins. The surface beneath you feels completely reliable, as if it has always been there, supporting you without interruption. Gravity presses softly, evenly, and your body accepts it without resistance. Breathing continues in the smallest, quietest way. Each breath blends seamlessly into the next, without a noticeable beginning or end. There is no need to notice the breath or follow it. The body knows exactly how to keep this rhythm going, just as it has through countless nights before. Breathing feels less like movement and more like a background condition of being alive. Your heart remains slow and steady, working quietly at the center of this calm. The space between beats feels wide and peaceful, filled with silence rather than anticipation. Each beat arrives gently, does its work, and dissolves back into stillness. The heart does not seek attention. It simply continues, reliable and calm. Inside your brain, deep, even waves move steadily, maintaining a stable internal landscape. There are no sudden changes here, no sharp peaks of activity. Thought cannot take hold. Memory does not replay. The brain is devoted entirely to maintenance, balance, and quiet integration. This state feels settled, as if the brain has reached a resting place it knows well. Chemical balances within you remain smooth and supportive. Signals that encourage rest, repair, and emotional softening circulate freely. Signals associated with alertness stay low and distant. This internal environment feels thick with calm, allowing every system to work at its most efficient pace. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is delayed. Everything happens in its own time. Your muscles remain deeply relaxed, heavy, and warm. There is no trace of tension left, not even in the smallest stabilizing muscles. The idea of movement feels unnecessary and far away, as if it belongs to a different version of you. Your body has no reason to move now. It is content to remain exactly as it is. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded almost completely. Touch exists only as a vague sense of warmth and support, not as specific points of contact. Hands and feet feel distant and abstract, no longer demanding awareness. This fading of sensation feels safe and natural, allowing awareness to remain undisturbed. Deep inside you, restoration continues quietly and efficiently. Cells renew themselves. Tissues repair tiny imperfections. Energy is redistributed with care. Your immune system moves calmly through familiar pathways, confident and unhurried. Deep rest supports all of these processes, giving them the space and resources they need to function well. Your sense of time has disappeared entirely. There is no awareness of how long you have been here or how long you will remain. The present moment feels wide and still, without edges or direction. This timelessness feels natural, as if this is where time itself comes to rest. The sense of being a separate self has softened almost completely. There is no focus on identity, no attention to roles, names, or responsibilities. These ideas have drifted far into the background, waiting quietly for morning. For now, they are unnecessary. There is only a calm presence, resting without definition. If any thoughts attempt to arise, they fade before they can take shape. They have no weight here, no urgency. The mind no longer tries to understand or interpret. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep stillness. Awareness becomes thinner with each moment, like mist slowly dissolving into cool night air. There is a profound sense of ease in this state. Nothing is being resisted. Nothing is being held. Every system within you trusts the others to do their work. This trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and calm. There is no conflict and no effort. Sounds from the outside world, if they appear at all, feel distant and unimportant. They pass through without leaving a trace. Your senses have turned inward completely, focused only on maintaining this deep equilibrium. Nothing is required of you here. There is nothing to follow, nothing to remember, nothing to manage. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with quiet confidence. It has done this many times before, and it knows exactly how to continue. As this stillness holds, awareness becomes almost transparent. There is very little left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life remains, steady and reliable, carrying you softly through the night. Your body will continue this deep, restorative work for as long as it needs, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. And you are free to remain here, in the place where nothing is required, where effort has completely disappeared, and where sleep is no longer something that happens, but simply the natural state you rest within. The night no longer feels like something around you. It feels like something you are inside of, completely and without separation. There are no edges here, no clear beginning or end to anything. Your body rests in this space with absolute ease, as if it has always belonged to it. Nothing needs to shift. Nothing needs to deepen. Everything has already found its place. Awareness is extremely soft now, barely distinguishable from the calm itself. It does not observe or evaluate. It simply lingers, thin and gentle, like the last warmth in the air after a long summer day has faded into evening. You are not aware of resting. Rest is simply the condition you are in. Your body feels stable and settled, held together by rhythms that require no thought. There is no sensation of effort anywhere. Even the idea of effort feels distant, abstract, unrelated to this state. Muscles remain fully relaxed, heavy, and quiet, as if they have forgotten the need to respond. They rest, not because they were told to, but because there is no reason not to. Breathing continues quietly, steady and small. Each breath blends into the next so smoothly that there is no clear moment where one ends and another begins. The chest rises and falls just enough to support life, nothing more. This simplicity feels perfect. Your body has refined this rhythm over countless nights, and now it moves through it without any awareness at all. Your heart continues its gentle work, beating slowly and reliably. The rhythm feels wide and spacious, with long, peaceful pauses between each beat. There is no anticipation in these pauses, no waiting for the next moment. Each beat arrives exactly when it should, then fades back into silence. The heart does not hurry. It trusts the night completely. Inside your brain, activity remains slow, even, and deep. Broad waves move through with calm consistency, maintaining a stable internal environment. There is no room here for sharp thoughts or sudden images. Everything that once demanded attention has softened and drifted away. The brain is fully focused on restoration, integration, and quiet balance. Chemical signals within you remain smooth and steady. Hormones that support repair, renewal, and calm circulate gently, reinforcing this deep state of rest. Signals associated with alertness remain low and distant, barely present at all. This internal atmosphere feels dense with stillness, allowing every system to function efficiently and without interference. Your senses are almost completely turned inward now. Touch is no longer specific. It exists only as a vague sense of warmth and support. The surface beneath you is felt not as an object, but as something continuous and reliable. Sound, if it appears at all, feels distant and without meaning. It does not interrupt or engage. It simply passes through and disappears. Deep within you, life continues its quiet maintenance. Cells renew themselves at a steady pace. Tissues repair subtle wear. Energy is distributed where it is needed most. Your immune system remains calm and confident, moving slowly through familiar pathways. All of this happens without sensation, without awareness, without effort. The body knows exactly how to do this work. Your sense of time has completely dissolved. There is no awareness of how long you have been resting or how long rest will continue. The present moment feels infinite, not because it stretches forward, but because it has no edges. This timelessness feels natural and deeply comfortable. Your body does not seek change or progression here. It remains settled, content, and still. The sense of being someone of having a story or a role has faded almost entirely. There is no identity to maintain, no past to revisit, no future to prepare for. These ideas have gently stepped aside, leaving behind a quiet presence that does not need definition. You are not thinking about yourself. You are simply here, resting. If thoughts attempt to arise, they dissolve immediately, like shapes drawn in water. They have no substance here, no urgency, no pull. The mind no longer reaches for meaning or direction. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep calm. Awareness becomes thinner still, almost transparent. There is a profound sense of trust in this state. Every system within you trusts the others to do their work. There is no tension, no checking, no monitoring. This trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and peaceful. Nothing is forced. Nothing is resisted. The night itself feels steady and patient. It does not rush toward morning. It does not move forward in a way that can be felt. It simply holds this space, allowing rest to continue uninterrupted. Your body responds by settling even more fully, sinking into the stillness without effort. You do not need to follow anything now. You do not need to remember what has been said. Words have lost their importance, their shape, their weight. They may still reach you, but they do not stay. They drift through like faint echoes and disappear. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with quiet certainty. It knows exactly what to do and how long to remain here. It has done this countless times before, even if you do not remember. This knowledge is built into you, steady and reliable. As this edgeless night continues, awareness fades further, blending seamlessly with the calm. There is almost nothing left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life remains, steady and unbroken, carrying you softly through the darkness. Your body will continue this quiet, restorative work for as long as it needs, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. And you are free to remain here in the night without edges, where effort has vanished completely, and sleep is no longer an experience, but simply the state in which you rest. The night holds you in a way that feels effortless and complete, as if you have been gently placed into a quiet current that knows exactly where to go. You are no longer aware of resting as something that happens to you. Rest is simply the condition you exist within now. Your body has taken full responsibility, carrying you forward without asking for attention or permission. There is no sense of direction here. Nothing is moving toward anything else. The feeling is steady and level, like floating in deep water where the surface and the bottom are equally distant. Awareness is so light, it barely feels like awareness at all. It is a faint presence, calm and diffuse, resting without purpose. Your body feels deeply settled, as if every system has found the position it prefers most. There is no adjustment left to make. Muscles remain completely relaxed, heavy and quiet, their work finished for the night. Even the subtle readiness that lingers in lighter rest has disappeared. The body has released the idea of response entirely. Breathing continues in a way that is almost imperceptible. Each breath arrives quietly and leaves without a trace. There is no sense of effort, no awareness of movement. Air simply flows in and out as needed, guided by patterns that have never required thought. This rhythm feels timeless, as if it has always existed and always will. Your heart continues its gentle rhythm, steady and unhurried. The space between beats feels wide and calm, filled with silence rather than anticipation. Each beat supports life quietly, then fades back into stillness. The heart does not seek attention. It trusts the night and continues its work with quiet confidence. Inside your brain, deep waves move slowly and evenly, maintaining a stable internal landscape. There are no sudden changes here, no sharp edges. Thought cannot form in this environment. Memory does not replay. Identity does not insist on being known. The brain is fully devoted to maintenance and balance, allowing everything unnecessary to remain at rest. Chemical signals within you remain smooth and supportive. Substances that encourage repair and restoration circulate freely, creating an internal atmosphere that feels thick with calm. Signals associated with alertness remain distant and faint, barely present at all. This balance allows every system to work efficiently without interference. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded almost completely. Touch exists only as a vague sense of warmth and support, not as specific contact. Hands and feet feel distant and abstract, no longer asking for attention. This reduction in sensation feels natural and safe, allowing awareness to remain inward and undisturbed. Deep within you, restoration continues with quiet precision. Cells renew themselves steadily. Tissues repair small imperfections. Energy is redistributed carefully, supporting the systems that need it most. Your immune system continues its calm patrol, confident and unhurried. Deep rest strengthens all of these processes, giving them the space they require. Your sense of time has dissolved entirely. There is no awareness of duration, no feeling of waiting or passing. The present moment feels wide and still, without edges or direction. This timelessness feels familiar, as if this is where time itself comes to rest. Your body is comfortable here. It does not seek change. The idea of being a separate self has softened almost completely. There is no focus on identity, no attention to stories or roles. These concepts have drifted far into the background, waiting quietly for morning. For now, they are unnecessary. There is only a calm presence, resting without definition. If any thoughts attempt to arise, they dissolve before they can take shape. They have no weight here, no urgency. The mind no longer reaches for understanding or meaning. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep stillness. Awareness becomes thinner with each moment, like mist fading into cool night air. There is a profound sense of trust in this state. Your body trusts the night. Your nervous system trusts the environment. Every system trusts the others to do their work. This trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and calm. Nothing is forced. Nothing is resisted. Sounds from the outside world, if they exist at all, feel distant and unimportant. They pass through without leaving a trace. Your senses have turned inward completely, focused only on maintaining this deep equilibrium. The world outside feels far away, softened and quiet. You do not need to follow the story now. You do not need to remember anything that has been said. Words have lost their weight and clarity. They may still reach you, but they do not stay. They drift through gently and disappear. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through this deep stage of sleep with steady certainty. It knows exactly how to maintain this state and how long to remain here. This knowledge is built into you, reliable and patient. As this deep stillness continues, awareness fades even further, blending seamlessly with the calm. There is almost nothing left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life remains steady and unbroken, carrying you softly through the night. Your body will continue this quiet, restorative work for hours, protecting you, repairing you, and maintaining balance without interruption. And you are free to remain here, where the body carries you completely, where effort has disappeared, and where sleep is no longer something you enter, but simply the natural state in which you rest. The night has carried you as far as you need to go, and now everything feels complete. There is no sense of continuation or conclusion, only a deep, steady calm that holds itself without effort. Your body rests in this quiet with absolute confidence, as if it has gently closed a circle and returned to a place it knows well. Awareness is now so soft it is barely there at all. It does not search, and it does not fade in a noticeable way. It simply becomes unnecessary. The mind no longer reaches for meaning or structure. It has settled into the same stillness as the body, resting without direction or intention. Your body feels deeply at home. Muscles remain loose and heavy, fully surrendered to rest. There is no impulse to move, no trace of readiness left behind. Even the idea of movement feels distant and irrelevant. The surface beneath you is steady and reliable, holding you without requiring acknowledgement. Gravity feels kind, evenly distributed, no longer something to resist or notice. Breathing continues quietly, almost invisibly. Each breath arrives and leaves without announcing itself. There is no awareness of rhythm, no sense of counting or pacing. The body breathes because it knows how, because it always has. This simple, automatic motion supports life gently, without drawing attention to itself. Your heart maintains its calm, patient rhythm. The space between beats feels wide and peaceful, filled with silence. Each beat supports you quietly, then dissolves back into stillness. There is no urgency here, no anticipation. The heart trusts this state completely and continues its work without interruption. Inside your brain, deep, slow waves remain steady and even. These waves hold everything in balance, keeping awareness low and calm. Thought does not arise here. Memory does not replay. Identity does not assert itself. The brain is fully devoted to maintaining this quiet equilibrium, allowing all unnecessary activity to rest. Chemical balances within you remain smooth and supportive. Signals that encourage repair, renewal, and calm continue to circulate gently. Systems that worked hard during the day now operate at their most efficient, restorative pace. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is delayed. Everything unfolds according to patterns the body understands intimately. Sensation from the outer edges of your body has faded almost completely. Touch exists only as a general sense of warmth and support. Hands and feet feel distant and undefined, no longer sending detailed information. This absence of sensation feels safe and natural, allowing awareness to remain undisturbed. Deep within you, life continues its quiet maintenance. Cells renew themselves steadily. Tissues repair subtle wear. Energy is redistributed with care. Your immune system remains calm and confident, moving slowly through familiar pathways. All of this happens without sensation, without effort, without awareness. The body knows exactly what to do. Time no longer exists in a way that can be felt. There is no sense of before or after, no awareness of duration. The present moment feels wide and still, without edges. This timelessness feels deeply familiar, as if this is where you have always rested between days. Your body is comfortable here. It does not seek change. The sense of being someone with a story has softened almost completely. Names, roles, and responsibilities have drifted far away, resting quietly beyond reach. For now, they are unnecessary. There is only a calm presence, resting without definition, supported by the steady intelligence of the body. If any thoughts attempt to appear, they dissolve immediately, leaving no trace. They have no weight here, no urgency. The mind does not hold on to them. It rests alongside the body, sharing the same deep stillness. Awareness becomes almost transparent, blending seamlessly with the quiet. There is a profound sense of trust in this state. Every system within you trusts the others to do their work. There is no checking, no monitoring, no resistance. This trust allows everything to remain slow, efficient, and calm. Nothing is forced. Nothing is held. The night feels patient and complete. It does not move toward morning in a way that can be felt. It simply holds this space, allowing rest to continue for as long as it is needed. Your body responds by remaining settled, steady, and peaceful. You do not need to follow anything now. You do not need to remember what has been said. Words have lost their importance and their shape. They may still pass by, but they do not stay. They drift through softly and disappear. Your body is fully in control, guiding itself through the remainder of the night with quiet certainty. It has done this countless times before, even if you do not remember. This knowledge is built into you, reliable and patient, carrying you gently through sleep. As this stillness continues, awareness fades completely into rest. There is nothing left to notice and nothing left to do. Only the gentle rhythm of life remains, steady and unbroken, holding you safely. And now you are free to let go entirely. Let your eyes remain closed. Let your breathing continue on its own. Let your body finish its quiet work in the dark. You are held. You are safe. And the night will carry you gently until morning arrives on its own.